Having spent the night crossing North Dakota, we're now in the northern part of Minnesota, just south of Staples. It's early in the morning and, like me, my camera's a little bit blurred. It's actually a lot darker than it looks out there. We're heading south, we're on time, heading towards Chicago. The land of 1,000 lakes, I think they call Minnesota. And this is the first view of the Mississippi River at Littel Falls. As we're heading south towards St. Cloud and then towards the Twin Cities, barreling along at a nice 79 miles an hour. This is State Highway 10, I believe, that we're tracking. Lots of communities. You've got a Harley Hog there. And this is St. Cloud. As my travelling companion talked, look, scrap metal is in the scrap. Wondering how much that would have fetched. Becker, that's the municipality of Becker. Or as I should say, Becker. And now we're finally arriving in the Twin Cities. This is a rather slow progress because of we're having to hand throw switches. People calling them points, the switches are in America, points in the UK. And what's my point? There is a difference, but they're the same. Some BNSF ST40s. UP ST40-2 used to be the mainstay, and here's a couple of Minnesota Centrals, EMD and Alco models. Alco stopped producing diesels around 1960s. Now we've gone through the Twin Cities and heading down towards Red Wing. I believe that's a casino run by the local Indian tribes. And there's a nuclear power plant here as well. Back in 2001 I was on the Empire Builder in April, but we were bused from Twin Cities to Chicago because the Mississippi had overflowed the banks, and so the rail tracks were all underwater. And this is Red Wing, home of the famous shoes. And some barges being pushed upstream, up the river towards Twin Cities. And here again is this Mississippi River, but this is Lake Pepin, which in winter can get frozen over. I've actually seen cars on there, or vehicles. One of the dams across the river. They have very large locks for the river traffic to go through lengthwise. Now we're at La Crosse, crossing over from Minnesota into Wisconsin. Actually 3 crossings here. Again, I'm seeing this frozen over with people in vehicles driving around. Having departed La Crosse, we're heading east towards Milwaukee. And this is the Wisconsin River as we cross into Wisconsin Dells. As is typical, a lot of people boarding here. Only one train a day. And this is Columbus, Wisconsin. And it's typical. We blocked the highway for a while we load and unload. So there's a few probably irate vehicle drivers. Yeah, it's pretty good queue of traffic. Hopefully a lot more patient than some car drivers in the UK. That's Cider Baptist College. And a good sports field. Now we're arriving in Milwaukee. And what is Milwaukee famous for? Answers on a postcard with a £10 note. Oh, just kidding. Brewing, of course. There's one of the famous brewers there. I'm not advertising. That's one of the high wafers that operate between Milwaukee and Chicago. I believe they're replacing those cars. They are getting rather old. They come out of Milwaukee's transport hub. Rather gloomy place. as we make a 90-degree right turn going from east to south. And Lake Michigan is at the back, just behind those buildings. As they close the lounge car, I head back to the sleeper car at the rear of the train to get some shots. We are barreling along nicely at 79 miles an hour. Running a little bit late, I think, at that point. And just after we cross the border to Illinois at Rondout, the brakes go into emergency. So we had to sit there while the engineer and conductor check to find out what's wrong. And then I get a rather bit of a shock to see a train on our track coming towards us. Luckily it was stopped about a half mile back from us. So here we are, finally moving again, and we see one of the Metros on the Milwaukee District North. Which will turn off to the left just under that bridge. And here we are on the move again. And now the final dog leg as we turn from east to south and into Chicago's glorious Union Station. Thanks for watching.